Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we got a fun one here. This was actually a deck that was provided by one of my viewers from one of my streams that we have. So if you want to check out the streams, I occasionally stream on Friday or Saturday night. But Neil provided this deck. It is an Ugin, very controlly shell. It's blue-black, but it's a fun one. I've been nicknaming this one the Salt Maker because one of its primary win cons is just people quitting out of frustration. So it's very fun. You're going to see ropes play in this deck. You're going to see people quit when they really shouldn't, but they just really lose all hope. And that's what's the fun thing about this deck. So there's a couple different win cons in here. We obviously have the Unholy Annex core combo that's going on with it. You can win by the damage going on through that. You do have the River Regent. You can attack in and win with that, which is nice. We do have a single River Turn Monument, and you can actually win by milling out your opponent with this, which is a fun way to do it. And you'll notice that this deck does have 73 cards, which is an interesting number. Never played a deck with that amount before. And then the third win con is just them getting frustrated and quitting. And you're going to see that's probably your primary win con in a lot of the games that you play. Go through the deck list here. 3 steps ahead, we got nice counter there. Duresses for tactics, we got 4. Hex, we got 2. Consult the star charts for drawing. Dispel, exhale. Got 4 of those, and remember, you can utilize the core and your River Regent to pay for its behold cost. River Turn Monument, we have one of the Dragonstorms, which allows you to even loop a little bit with the Regents. And then the Dragonstorm also works well with the core. So if you drop a core, the Dragonstorm comes back to your hand. Bitter Triumph for removal, nowhere to run. 3 shoot the sheriffs. Strategic Betrayal, Terminus of Return. We have 1 Pompous Pillager, which I guess you could count as another win con as well. Just a nice way to finish things out. Stock ups for drawing 2. We got 3 cores. We even have a Landra's Answer, which is a fun one to count counter triggered abilities as well as spells. And it also leaves a body behind, so that's a fun one that we've been seeing pop up in decks lately. We have 1 The End, just a great way to exile win cons that your opponent has and really ruin decks on their side. 4 Deadly cover-ups, because you got that sweep. You can also exile cards from their yard, which works well with River Turn Monument to get a lot of different stuff out of their deck. And then Marang River Regent, we got 2 for the card draw. It's probably rare that you're going to be using it as a creature. In a lot of cases, the first couple times you're playing this, you're using it for the card draw ability, but later in game, you want to pop it out as a creature. Ugin, we got 2 of the Ugins in there, obviously, for life gain. Again, you can exile permanents, which is another frustrating thing for your opponent. And then Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber here. Just a great all-around card draw, creature maker, and also makes your opponents lose life as well. Lands, we are running a bunch of different lands in here. We do have 1 Agna here, and this allows you to draw cards, island. We even have a village here that you can stop them from countering your stuff. Swamp, Gloom Lake Verge, Restless Reef, good man lands to attack in. You can mill your opponent with this, which is nice. Stick it with the mill plan. Watery Grave, Demolition Field, Soulstone Sanctuary. Just a lot of different cards in here, a lot of 1-ofs, but all fun to make your opponent cry. And that's what it's all about with this deck. And if you could, subscribe to the channel. I post daily deck videos. And let's get into the gameplay. All right, we go first. We do have 2 land, counterspell, draw spell, some hand disruption as well at the end. Pretty good hand. Just need to draw some land. Let's start with a Duress. Look at this. They got a little bit of everything going on here. They can create goblin creature tokens, or we can get rid of the call. I think the call is probably the play here. We can get rid of their creature in hand here. I think we do that because it's an annoying creature. Could have kept up a counter otherwise, or even stocked up. But this way we got a Hex available if they find something else. Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's annoying. So he's probably going to sneak this in, otherwise I don't want more creatures. We're going to end up probably hexing one of these, unfortunately. Because he's going to sneak this in. Well, I guess he could try sneaking it in, then we hex the one he sneaks in. No. We'll see what he ends up doing. That worked that way with this. Yeah, he gets it in no matter what. And we can go after this if we want to. I think we probably do. A big enough problem for us to handle it. We just hope he doesn't draw anything good. We can keep Counterspell up that next turn. We could find a land and then have the Exhale available. Oh, too many good cards. Maybe we just go for something else. I always use this to bounce if we get enough land. Let's go this route. We'll keep up the Exhale for anything really crazy. Sure. Get a card draw going. We're going to want to get this turned on pretty quickly, though, because it's going to be doing some damage to us. That's another good one. We can just do this for the counter. We leave the counter up one more turn and hope we get a land. Terminus. That's not the land we need. We need an untapped land. Let's get Terminus out. We'll go one more turn here. Got another land. Perfect one to counter. We card draw off of it. We will discard a land. Yeah, we'll discard a land there. Nowhere to run. One unlock this. We'll start gaining life. Hey, Judgment. We cannot counter that, unfortunately. But we can turn this on at the end of our turn. We'll wait to counter something and then go ham with the Pillager. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn this on and we're at it. Get in for 7. Then we have a Dispel. And this will go for 4 because this counts as a dragon. GG's. All right. We got quite a bit of stuff going on here. This comes into play tap, so hopefully we get another untapped land so we can hold up a turn to exhale. Keep it. I guess we could just drop this turn 1 so that we do have a turn 2 exhale. That's the hard line, the headliner deck. We'll take a little damage here. Want to get up to the point where we got a counter and strategic betrayal in hand. I suppose we can do Duress and exhale next turn. Do we bother? Sure. Tax in. Just a straight up goblin deck, huh? See what they got cooking here. This will tell us if we want to betray or not. Well, that's a good one to get rid of. He's got another one of these that he can cast next turn, but he might just go for this. To be mana efficient, he should get Taste for Wares, but we got Counterspell. Alright. And we can just get rid of this with the Betrayal next turn. I might even go after it with the end if we get a land. We don't. Okay. Missed a land drop. We can stock up next turn to try to find a sweeper. Triumphs, okay. We found our sweeper, and I think we need the land, right? So worst case scenario, we can either bitter triumph or the end next turn if we don't find our land. Otherwise, we can do a sweep. That core would have been awesome to have, but we just have to get to our sweeper here, especially with that coming out. Well, there's our land. We're going to go after this curse catcher, I think. 3, 5, 6. Or curse crafter. Got a whole lot of nothing in his hand, so that's good. Okay. Now we can start turning the corner with the Unholy Annex. Don't tell me that we forced the guy to instant quit. It's supposed to be a festive fighter. Come on. I wasn't expecting to rope people with this deck. I guess it has enough counter spells in it. I can tick off anybody, especially with the sweepers combined with the counters. Let's look at what we all did to them. We were able to kill, counter, or counter, discard, counter, kill, and then pull out of their deck. We still took damage from that, which is interesting. I think we have a person that just closed out their computer. Good time to remind everybody, subscribe to the channel, post daily deck videos. All right, got the nice big yak there. We'll pause it and wait for the end here. All right, back at my turn. Get the Annex down. A little card draw flowing. Got another deadly cover up. We'll pause again. All right, looks like we got the final rope. I can feel the salt through the screen from this guy. And there it is. GG. Salt Maker. Alright, opponent goes first on this one. We do have 2 lands. We got the tactics. Let's try this one. We'll end up having to drop this for damage because we want to hold up the stuff. Ooh. We can get rid of a Kona. There we go. And maybe we get rid of the stock up. Or we can counter the stock up, I should say. There we go. See what else they got. Counter that as well. And get our card draw going here. Especially if we can get... Okay, they got their Kona out. River Regent. We can Bitter Triumph the Beastie. We need to draw a land. Bitter Triumph will turn on the Deadly Cover Up, and then we can get rid of their Konas. Let's discard Pillager, maybe? That'll be good for life gain, but... Yeah, let's do Pillager. Life, get rid of that. And then we can deadly cover up for his Kona as long as he doesn't have another one. Conversely, we could actually go after the River Regents. He only has 2 River Regents left. Well, I guess he put it back. Maybe we do 1 deadly cover up right now for Kona. So he can combo out with that. And then we'll do the River Regent next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he has some omniscience. Alright, well that's a good thing to get rid of. Omniscience is a scary one, because he can get up and cast that, actually. So his whole thing is that he's going to loop River Regents. So we got to get rid of the River Regents, I think. He still gets Progenitus out. So we need to find a counter spell for Omniscience. Or I guess we could just counter the Progenitus, right? Let's go after the River Regents. Got to stock up. So Progenitus is his only win con, really. I guess he could do 2 Extinguishers, but he can't really get those back. He has counter spells, so that's something to be aware of. He has a couple Progenituses. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, he's still a couple turns off of getting Omniscience. So let's fire up the Annex, and we'll even get a... We can do this. Hoping he drops Dragonstorm. Okay, and we know he doesn't have counter. We're gonna go and get both Ritual Chamber and Annex out. Oh, I was counting that as land. Okay, never mind. We don't have it yet. But we can stock up. The end is pretty good. Creature or Planeswalker. I guess that ain't gonna fly anymore, is it? Duress is good. And maybe get a core. You can Duress them. Omniscience. And if we get another deadly cover up now, we can get rid of the Omniscience. Draw 3 cards. Ooh, we got the counter, which is good. We'll get rid of that one. We just keep a counter up here? What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're still a couple turns off. Let's see if they counter this. Probably shouldn't have done it that way. Should have waited a turn. Surprised they let us do that. We'll just end the turn. Could have tried casting that, I suppose. Okay, I got a Dragonstorm. They're trying to get up to... Well, I guess they're not going to have enough mana to get to Progenitus, are they? Because you need... Is that back in their hand? Or back in their deck? They got Omniscience is really their big play here. Get this out. This is going to be a near impossible for them to win this one. Ooh, we can even start making them drop stuff. We got to discard a card. Strategic Betrayal can take care of Progenitus. Let's get this out. And we still have Counterspell available. Oh, shoot. I didn't see the 3-tap land. I should have just beholded that right away. Oof. 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 We'll just, we'll pay 2. Yeah, I meant to behold this, because if I would have beholded that, it would have cost 4, or we would have been able to make them pay 4. And they could have even countered. I guess they could have countered, so it didn't really matter. GG's. Alright, we go first here. Let's keep this. Got a first turn Intimidation Tactics, which is nice. We can keep up a... Oh, okay. Playing a very similar deck to what we are here. River Regent, Core. Core allows them to get up a little higher. We can always counter the River Regent. Let's get the Core. Intimidation Tactics doesn't hit anything in her hand, so they should cast it. Duress hits. So I guess we just do that. Because they're going to steal a card anyways. Alright, GG's. Alright, we go first on this one. We got 3 land, which is awesome. A little bit of counter, a little bit of card draw with the Core Annex combo. We'll be able to play a tap land first. Grave, Counterspell up. Easily could be sitting on a counter, so we'll just keep running. Guess I'm not super worried about that one. can betray that if we really want to. Alright, that's a little unfortunate.
Let's give it our all, Pump. Don't worry, Pompous. I've got this.
They're tapped out.
Now I know your weakness.
That's going to get out of hand real quick. Get this down.
Just try to keep up.
We have a couple things in the deck that we can get rid of it. The End would be a great draw. Bitter Triumph would be a good draw. Even to bounce it somehow. Sheriff. Get a core down. Start gaining a little life. And we are one off of getting Ugin, but that's going to be a little too late, I think. Just going to cast this. Let's get rid of that. We get Ugin. So we draw land, we can get our Ugin and get rid of the Kato. As long as they don't have counter. I mean, they're probably just keeping up a counter spell.
I've trained with the best.
Alright, draw on. Storm Chasers. I mean, at least this can get rid of Kato even with the counter. That's pretty strong. Because they can send in a lot of damage next turn, even without... We didn't even get the land, so it doesn't really matter too much. But we'll deadly cover up. Just need to find that land.
I thrive in the dark.
The nice thing, even if they counter this, we still get to exile the Kato. Just need that 7th land. That kills us. We'll have to drop down a Pillager. Yep. Still haven't drew our land either. We can do that. We can drop Pillager to block. Then hope they don't remove the Pillager. This is what? This is going to be 3, 6, 7 next turn. So even gaining 3 life or 2 life isn't going to do a whole lot. So we got to probably do the Pillager for 2. Or for 1, I should say. They have counterspell. Oh, they don't have blue up, so we're good there. That's not good. And there's our land finally. GG's. Alright, we go first on this one. This is not too bad. We got a Duress as well as we can get our counter and Unholy. Let's keep. I think I want to do Restless Reef. We can Duress next turn. Put this in tap. That way we never take any damage. Okay, Healer's Hawk. So they're going to run Shelter, which means we get removal. We'll see what they do. We'll keep the Hex up. I think we'll take the 2 damage here just so we can Duress right now. Because we're going to want to keep up either a counter or... Okay, they're not running any Shelters in their current hand, at least. They're going to be doing a double drop next turn. Either that or they're going to drop the Pride Mate. My guess is they're going to go with these 2 and then the Pride Mate. So, we'll see what they do. Maybe we wait for the Pride Mate? Well, that's pretty good for us. It would have been a little tougher on us if they dropped the bats. Well, I think we just try to wait for... what do we got here? We got more hexes, we got counter spells, we got Bitter Triumphs, Nowhere to Run, Shoot the Sheriffs, Betrayals. Just go for the Annex. They're going to double cast the Hawks, and then we can counter their Exemplar of Light. The Bat and Hawk they'll cast. Ooh, they got the Rabbit. That was pretty good for them. And then they get the other Bat down too. Are they going to hold on to it? They're holding on to it. Let's do this. Got another 3 steps ahead. We're going to want to counter the Exemplar of Light. I think we can hold this up and then get a 1/1 that can block a Healer Hawk. Otherwise, we have 3 steps ahead. We got a couple ways we want to do this. We'll take the 2 damage here. That's interesting. I think I'm just going to turn this on and block. This also works for our Unholy. Kind of need to turn this on, don't we? Oh, shoot. We didn't, because we had this as a demon. That's okay. Oh, should miss the attack there too. Misplaying like crazy here. Okay, shelter. Which is not great for us because we can't get that back. We can Ugin this turn if we wanted to. Gain 3 life. We'll get rid of the shelter. We'll get rid of that one. We gain 5 life a turn between those two. As long as they don't find another shelter, but we gotta shoot the sheriff, which is okay. We got him locked down now. Even those 2 misplays of not attacking in with this and then not doing the other thing that I was talking about didn't hurt us that bad.
Insight is vital to success.
We're gonna go after that. Hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Never mind. We're not gonna do that. We want to leave up 5. I guess we have the sanctuary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess we can then. GG's. All right, opponent goes first. We got a lot going on here, so we can try it. Let's get an early duress out, see what we got cooking here. Very similar. We're not worried about the creature removal. Let's get rid of their counter spell. Get the Restless Reef, that way we can get our counter spell up for when they cast the River Regent. Ooh. That's a good one. Why was that not in their hand when we could have discarded that before? So we could get our Unholy down here, or we can counter the Marang. And it almost feels better to counter the Marang. They left counterspell up. All right. Well, let's duress them. Find that counterspell. We could either counter this, but I don't think it's worth it because what are we going to end up hitting, really? To hold up or not to hold up? We'll just keep going this course. We're getting extra cards, so we're getting behind here. But we really want to get rid of that River Regent. Core is another good one we can counter. He can just bounce this as well. He's taking some damage. Get our own draw going. He does have enough in his yard that he can go after our 3 steps ahead with his deadly cover-up. Second Annex. We'll hold on like we're waiting and deciding, when in reality all we got is a Hex. So he's going to take 4 here. We will draw 2 cards, though. Ooh. Got a counter spell. We'll take 2. So we can actually hold up the Hex for them to do a chamber. And then we also have our counter spell. Ironically, well, that's funny. And I think we still hold this up for the next one. That's fine. Okay, my turn. So we can turn ours on and then do 2 damage, and then if they just try to Ritual Chamber. Ooh, Jesus. We'll make it even harder on them. We even have a Shoot the Sheriff too, just in case we need backup. Oh, this is good. So I need them to Ritual Chamber. Bummer. They found the one card that keeps them alive. They'll go up to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. Can't turn this on. We're going to leave this up for blocking. So we'll kill this. I'm not going to have enough mana to do both, unfortunately. So if we would have done the Ritual Chamber in that situation, 3, 4, yep, still don't have enough mana. Easily could have a Hex just to kill this thing. Is he going to Demolition Field it? Suppose I could have Demolition Field his instead. So what do we go after, I guess, is the question. They have the River Regent. We never were able to get that discarded. He can bounce this if he wants. I think they're going to kind of take over the game here. They didn't do that fast enough so that we can't turn on the core now. Or the other. That's a bummer. We can unlock this. Maybe that's the gameplay. Kind of force them to just do a sweep. Duress is kind of a little late. A little late to the show. So the River Regent is what they should probably play here, and they can bounce both our things. We're tapped out, so they know we can't counter it. That was a strange play. River Regent should have been what they cast there. Well, unfortunately, that can't get rid of the core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's duress them first to see if they have a 2-mana counterspell. We get Ugin down. They do have a 2-mana counterspell. We'll kill one of the ones they didn't engage yet. Plus, salt the stars. Star charts. We need to find like another core. 2 cores would be fantastic. Okay, he can bounce now. He's gonna bounce ours. Interesting. He doesn't have a counter spell. So we can drop Ugin and drop core again. Oh, he's going to get rid of the core. Got it. We can drop Ugin and just kill another thing. Okay, we'll take 6 here. Okay, we can duress them first, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we have to do this. And they're tapped out, so we can do this. Destroy an Annex. I mean, we're going to take 2 damage off of this if we don't have what we need here. Conversely, we could do this. The demolition field. I don't know if there's really a good way to do this. Is there a way to get rid of that artifact? I don't think we have any way to get rid of that artifact. We do have 2 more cores in the deck, but we can't draw into them short of doing this. And that only gains us 2 life, even if we drop it that way. I think we got to do this and hope we draw a land. Because then we can shoot the sheriff here and still survive. I guess we wouldn't survive because we're taking 2 damage here.
Insight is vital to success.
We'll do this. We'll take 4 here. We'll survive 1 turn at least, right? And then we can try to find our core He has another River Regent, though, so he can kind of do the same thing again. Oh, and just attack him. Yep, GG's. He had another core as well. Yeah, we just couldn't, his ability to have all those cores there. GG's. Alright, we go first here. We do have a Hex, Annex, and a stock up, plus a bunch of lands. We'll get a tapped Watery Grave down. Well, we need to get rid of that. We can take a turn. We just need that so we can drop the Annex next turn. So no matter what, we're going to kill that thing. Probably just do a Hex on it. Aerialist. Let's get rid of this one. Could have waited a turn and then went after the Aerialist. But I think I want to get this down as fast as we can. Get our card draw going. Really, cover up is fantastic against this deck. All the more reason to get our card draw going. As long as we can hit our next 2 land drops, we'll be in really good shape. Already a 3/3. Spellbook, yeah. Ooh, nowhere to run. Maybe we'll just do this for the turn. And then we can hold up a Shoot the Sheriff. Another spellbook. Let's see how much they dedicate. Okay. They went all out. Just to minimize our damage, let's do this. We don't have our 5th mana yet, so we could really get burned. We would have. In that situation. Now we can counter, and I wonder if we just stock up. Down to 11. We'll take 3 more. Get 8. We can stock up, let them build the board a touch. We didn't find what we were looking for. That one, and a Duress. We can use the Duress now. See if they have like a shelter, or there we go, Shard Mages. Okay. 4. One on the top of this deck. I don't like that he put one on the top, so let's do this, and we can actually use the cover up. There we go. I'll get rid of this, and then we can search out his Wonderweave Aerialist. I am curious how many. Okay, he has one more Curious. I'm curious about the Curiouses. Okay, so he does have 4 Veterans, 4 Optimistics, 2 Spellbooks, and a Curious even after we remove these, plus the Weavers as well. Is it armor in hand? Okay. We did get our core, so we'll be able to start gaining life. We get the Scavenger, that's pretty good. You can put that on top of it. Make it a 3/3. I think I'm going to Dragonstorm first to see if we can find removal. Conversely, I could just Ritual Chamber, but then we're burned out if we get sheltered. All right, what do we want to do? All right, GG's. Well, that was a fun deck. We got to see the win condition of people giving up. That's one of the primary win conditions in this one. It was a fun deck. Really nice to have all the removal in it. Interesting playing a deck with 73 cards. Not a typical deck I would play in this, but Neil had a pretty fun one for me to play. So thank you, Neil, for suggesting this deck list to try out, and had a blast with it. So definitely give her a try if you have the cards for this. And please subscribe to the channel, post daily deck videos. Have a fantastic day.